What is up, guys? Today I come to you with a double review of Servamp episodes 10 and 11. To start off right off the bat with episode 10, it was more like how you say a background story on Lawless and his character and how it affected him up to current time. So to start off the bat, we do know that they were captured. Licht and Lawless were captured in the sake for to retrieve back Lila from the others, and they go on that mission to retrieve back those two, also with, you know, possibly no confrontation and no fights, but not everything goes to plan. So Licht and Lawless end up, you know, trying to fight each other, and Licht is like, you know, belittling and provoking Lawless, saying that you should not be talking the things that you're talking because you don't know what it's like to actually want something for yourself. You always give things up halfway, and he's continuously saying these things till Lawless snaps and makes Licht look into his past memories. Now we don't know for sure if the Eve that was shown in this episode from his memories was the first official Eve for Lawless, but we can say for now, for as viewers, that was the first Eve we ever seen before Licht. So his first Eve was a princess of her country. We never got the name of the country, but her name was Ophelia, and they had a very close bond, to the point where Lawless did fall in love with her. He was in love with her, but he never told his feelings towards her. And they knew each other since Ophelia was a young child, where she came across him, and then he was nearly killed because people found out that he was a vampire. So she took him in and cared for him, and their bond grew as the years went by. So knowing that she's a princess of said country, and during those times, you know, sometimes the family will marry off their daughter to another country, another kingdom, for the sake of forming alliances or something of the sort, and that's what had to happen. Knowing that Lawless loved her, he didn't want that to happen to her, but the thing about Ophelia was that she was so keen on protecting her country. She wanted peace. That was her main goal in life, that she wanted peace. She wanted people to feel happy and safe in their home. And if it meant marrying someone of an alliance of another country in order to ensure that, she would have done it. And she even said at one point she was very befitting of being the Eve of Greed, because that was all she wanted. She would have done anything to obtain peace for her country. So even though he was against it, he was still standing by her side, and she did marry her alliance. But eventually that peace that they had for a short time eventually was broken, because the alliance thought, you know, her country was betraying them. So what they wanted to do in order to pacify that was to execute her. And Lawless is frantic because he's like, you know, I love you. He doesn't tell her, but he's trying to tell her, you know, you don't have to go through with this. We could run away and start a new life. But of course, she's very consistent in her thought process that, no, I want to protect this country. Everything that I've been doing for is for the sake of this country, for the peace of this country. So if it means me dying for that sake, then I will do so. And of course, she is killed in the very end, and it does bring about peace, but at what cost? It breaks Lawless' heart, and they did explain in the episode that vampires or servamps and humans, there's a thin line between these two, and that they should never like really cross it, because humans have shorter lives and you'll eventually get hurt. And this just goes into how Lawless acts in his personality, like how he doesn't stay long with his ease, and he eventually kills them, because the first one that he ever had, the one that he fell in love with, eventually was taken away from him. And the fact that how his older brother Kuro wanted to kill their creator for reasons we do not know specifically, because they did not really mention it, nor we don't know the reasons why the creator created them. For whatever reasons, we can basically say that the Servamps are man-made, or is even the creator human. We don't know for sure. They have not explained any of that, and that just goes play into who he is in this currently right now. But after explaining that to Licht, and Licht is like, so at the end of the day, Licht is like, so what? You're telling me all of this for what reason? At the end of the day, you still don't want nothing. So what are you going to do? Are you going to change, or are you going to stay the same person? And this opens up Lawless' eyes. And of course, they go back to battling again Hyde. So it goes into episode 11, where they're fighting Hyde, and they do eventually defeat him. I don't think he's dead, but he is defeated for the time being. And then we come to see this huge black cat. And Tsubaki did remember saying that he wanted to ask the black cat about what happened to their creator, their teacher, and why he did the things that he did to him. And we come to find out that actually that black cat is Kuro. So eventually Kuro did come out his ball. Mahiru and Kuro's relationship is stronger than ever before. And originally, the reason why he's back into it, that is his original form, a huge black cat, is because of all the restraints and then that regret that he had for what he'd done in the past, killing their creator and everything, and the fact that he couldn't forgive himself and others couldn't forgive him, and he didn't know what to do. And until Mahiru told him, what you did was wrong, but at the end of the day, you still have to try to forgive yourself. If not, then you can't move on. And because of that, he finally realized that, and eventually possibly forgave himself. And that's how they came to save, Tetsu and Hyde. Well, Lawless' name is Hyde. We come to find out that his name that was given to him is Hyde. In that episode as well, episode 11, we don't know what happened to Hyde, because Belgia did some type of attack that moved Hyde from the battle and moved him someplace else. So knowing that Servamp and his Eve can't be separated more than 12 hours, if they are, not 12 hours, 24 hours, if they are separated for more than that, the Eve dies. So they have to, after this whole fight, they have to go and try to find Hyde and locate him so that Tetsu does not die. So they end up defeating the subclass vampires. But of course, Lila, what happens was everybody's like, they're relaxing, thinking this is all over. And, they got back Licht and Lawless, or Hyde, whichever name you want to call him. And then Lila snatches the chain, like a army tag chain, knowing that, like, how an Eve, in order to form a contract, an Eve gives the Servamp something to form that contract. And in most cases, it's like a necklace. And for him, it was his necklace, and Lila snatched that and is telling them, just how you make a priority for your friends and to help them, I have the same priority as well. And Tsubaki comes out of nowhere and takes the key. He takes Hyde's necklace, and that's how the episode ends. So we don't know if he's going to break the necklace, or are they going to be able to snatch it back, or is Hyde going to come out of nowhere and take back the necklace to give back to Lawless. But we're not too sure about that, because it just left off on that cliffhanger, and it's just up in the air right now for the last episode. So it was pretty intense in both episodes. And I was really happy to see, Lawless' background and see where he came from up to now, and the fact that, his relationship with Licht has grown stronger, as well as Mahiru's and Kuro's in episode 11. So I can't wait to see episode 12, the last episode. I wanted to see how they're going to be able to conclude it. So if you saw both episode 10 and 11 of Servamp, I would like to hear your thoughts on it if you guys have yet to see either of those episodes. Hopefully no spoilers or anything. The links are in the description box, so you guys can always check those out. And I'm Kimmy Chun of Anime Legends Podcast, and I will see you guys later. Bye!